Hey, good morning, everybody. Is the DJT hype already over the Donald Trump stock? We're going to talk about this stock in a little bit later in the video, so make sure you guys stay tuned. But I want to give you guys a quick update on the SPY, the four horsemen of the apocalypse. I refer to them: SPY, Triple Q, Tesla, and NVDA. Uh, I mentioned to you guys that we are in the consolidation phase or the chop phase, and chop is what we got. We're flirting around all-time highs, of course, but overall yesterday was just a very chopped day. Had a couple of decent level-to-level moves that I was very grateful for, but, for the average person that don't really know how to trade level-to-level or price action, they might have struggled a bit, but like I mentioned, you guys, I hate to say it, but we're in the chop phase, okay? And the chop phase is necessary because it leads to the trend phase. Trend phase leads to the chop phase and so on. Okay, what's most important for us to do right now is to be patient. If you're feeling froggy, go do some exercise, go do some jumping jacks. Okay, go jump with your body, go play some basketball. All right, go do some boxing or MMA. All right, don't do it with your money, guys. Be patient. Unless you see a very clear setup that you're playing level to level, something you're very confident in, a high quality setup, then sure. But as of right now, in the chop phase, remember what the market maker's goal is to trick us out. Get us thinking bullish, but nope, no bullish, no follow through. Get us thinking bearish, but nope, no follow through. They're just chopping. Now, what is the big levels that need to clear? I mentioned for resistant to be bullish, it needed to clear 563.5. Yesterday, it attempted that. Looked like it went for a liquidity grab. Okay? Looks like it went for a liquidity grab. Now, this can be obviously either bullish or bearish, but how will we know? Well, using this double top, the market maker possibly set up some liquidity up above it, which they grabbed. Now, if their plan is bearish, everyone who shorted are out. So if their plan is to push it now and get as much retail traders to miss the move, this is their chance to push it back to the downside, maybe to the bottom of the range. And if that is the case, 561.5 and 560 must fail to put 558.5, 557, and then 555.3-ish in play. All right, overall, we're still in the chop range. But with this false breakout setup, liquidity grab here, it's possible we could go test the bottom of that chop range, which would be a nice move. Okay, that like what? Few dollar move, $4, $5, $6 move, pretty good if you're trading options. All right, and of course, something we need to consider as well is the bull case scenario, because a lot of people try to short, right? They got faked out, and of course the people who played the breakout look like they got faked out. So both bulls and bears got faked out. So if we get that breakout again, that will be market makers' opportunity to cause maximum pain. Because the people that try to play the first breakout, they're out. So there's another breakout. They might not trust it as much, but that might be the one, okay? Either way, I use the smaller time frame. I use 15-minute chart. Keep in mind, the higher the time frame, the higher the conviction, okay? So, like I said, bullish, 563.5 needs to clear. Staying above 561.5 and clearing 563.5. That will put 565, 567 and higher in play. All right, same plan. But overall, we are in the chop phase. But above 563.5, I'd be bull bias. And now that we already got this fake out, it's good chance that the next breakout could be legit. Okay, it's a higher chance, not guaranteed, but it's a higher chance. All right, I can't fully get bearish unless we break down 555.3. I'll definitely play a move to the downside to the bottom of the range if there's a setup, okay, level to level with runners. But obviously, bolt, like the bigger move, for me to be really bearish, below 555.3, I would favor 550 being tested, okay? And that's like, from where it's at now, down to 550, it's $12 move. But we play at one level, one setup at a time. Right now is the time to practice your patience. This is your opportunity. This is our opportunity to practice being patient. We can't get better at being patient unless we practice it. And right now, while we're in the chop phase, this is our chance, okay? Triple Q, similar situation, similar price movement to SPY, all right? Now, bulls has a lot of work they need to do. Stay above 497 is a start, but they really need to clear 500 and 502. That would definitely be bullish. All right, as of right now, we got to be careful. Bulls got to be careful that a head and shoulder isn't forming. Left shoulder, we got the head, Monday. And today, failure to clear 500 could form the right shoulder. And the next move down could be a pretty decent sized move to the downside, possibly all the way down to 490. So bulls need to clear 500 to stay bullish. 498.5 and 500 to be bullish. Otherwise, failure to clear 500, break down to 497 and 495 would be very bearish for now for the Bears, all right? Tesla, so we had this high yesterday, all right? Tesla needs to take out that pivot high. That's around 265-ish. Tesla needs to take out that pivot high, all right, to avoid talks of a lower high, because we had this high here on July 11th, and then Monday we had a pivot high there, around 265-ish. So Tesla needs to clear that level to cancel any suspicions that this could be a lower high, okay? 265 is a level needs to clear. Now, that's a long ways away. Until then, I got 258, 260, and 263 as resistant levels, okay? One level at a time. The stairways up. Those are your staircases. The stair levels, all right? Now, if Monday's high is a lower high, then support must fail as usual. 256, 254, 252, and 250. Those levels fail, then down we go. NVDA got it in this big triangle here. Is in a big consolidation phase. Ever since, had the split, it hasn't moved as directional as it used to. All right. But it's in the chop phase as well. And I tell you, I think it'll come back. The trend is going to come back when we break this triangle, but it's going to have to take some time. All right. Right now it's at 128.5 as of recording this. So support's at 128 and once again 126.7. We had a false breakdown setup of that 126.7 level. The last 3 trading days, we've been testing around that level, and it's looking like a buy zone. So far, still defending. So based on this context, I can't fully get bearish until we break down 128 and 126.7. I need to see that close below it, a decisive one on the daily chart. That will cancel the false breakdown setup, cancel that trap move, that bullish trap move, and that would make me bearish. All right? So now that we already tested the false breakdown setup level, around when we had the false breakdown setup, we retested as support around there. A few days now. None of the bounce has led to higher highs or anything like that. So bulls need to step up their game. They need to clear 129.4 and 132 to start and to test that triangle that's around 135. A breakout of the triangle would be an indicator, price action indicator, that a bottom could be in and we could be heading back to all-time highs to retest it or to new all-time highs. All right, guys. Now let's talk about DJT. You guys know what happened to Donald Trump last weekend. Was it last weekend? Last week, something like that. And I guess that caused the stock to gap up. It had a high of 46.27. But as we know, I think I put this in the trade idea in the Discord, and I had that 44 support level, and I told us we break down for that 44 level, that would be bearish, okay? But is the hype over? Is the hype over? Well, we look at this trend line, this down trend line. Overall, right now, yesterday was a gap up, but it looked like it just went and back tested the trend line as a support. So a trend line that served as resistance turning into support. Okay, now while the breakdown of 44 was a beautiful move to the downside, hope you guys made some money shorting. Overall, the price action, it's telling us that there's a chance that this stock could turn bullish still. Okay, but what happens today and the rest of the week, it's gonna matter a lot. I'll definitely be keeping my eye out. Okay, but as of right now, we technically do have a breakout of the downtrend line and retested it as a support. Okay. Now, the problem now is that trend line was at the level of 38. DJT is at 36.5. So we are literally below that line now. Okay, so look like it's possibly sell the news. Now, if it isn't a sell the news event, okay, and there's actually gonna be some upside, then 38 and 40 must clear. All right, if those levels clear, look to long. 38 and 40, look to long. That will put 42 and 44 in play. And above 44, I would be bull biased in favor that we are back in a trend phase or the start of a trend phase. Okay. To be bearish, I need to see the support level of 36 fail. If 36 fails, gap fill at 31 or lower in play. If 36 fails, I am bearish on DJT. All right, guys. So that's my pre-market analysis for you guys. I hope you guys found value in it. Uncle is your extra pair of eyes. Priceless. Peace.